Hi Year 1, so today it is 1 week and 1 day until you all get to be back in, well, 1 week, 1 day and a weekend, but 1 week and one day of school days until you're all back in the classroom. We're so excited because it means we all get to be back together, learning together and having fun together. So we're just going to carry on with some of our maths on the videos at the moment until that can happen. So again, starting with our fluency, counting backwards in twos from 24. So we know that when we're counting back in twos, we are taking away 2 each time. On a number line, we can draw the arrows. We also know that it's just 2 spaces back. So we know the first number in counting backwards in twos from 24 is going to be 24. And then we're going to go back 2 spaces, which is the same as taking 2 away. So 1, 2. Our next number is going to be 22. We're going to go back 2. What's our next number going to be? 20. Can you find out what the next number is going to be for me? 18. We're going back 2 spaces each time because we're counting backwards in twos. It's the same as taking 2 counters away. It's the same as taking 2 of something away. It's the same as doing 2 jumps back on our number line with our arrows. So we're going to go 1, 2. Its next number is 16. 1, 2, 14. 1, 2, 12. 1, 2, 10. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 0. So these are all the numbers that we are going to use to count backwards in twos from 24. And I'd like us to say them together. Are you ready? Off we go. 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Let's try again. Are you ready? 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Fantastic. We're going to try it once now without seeing the numbers. Are you ready? So 24, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Fantastic. I would like you to make sure you're practicing at home so when you come back to school, you can show me, and I'll be super excited that you can count backwards from 24 in twos. Next is your skill sharp. It is on the board, it's on the screen for you now. I'd like to pause this screen and have a go at this. You can copy it down off here, you can download it off the school website, you can pick up a copy of it from school. I'd like to have a go. So we're working backwards in numbers. So this number up here would be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I know this number is 20. How do I write 20? E. 20. Fantastic. Better writing, I hope, than me. Now, to work your way all the way down this grid, filling in all the spaces from numbers down from 20. And come back when you have done that and ready to carry on with our maths lesson. Okay, today we're just going to carry on looking at how we can split a number into 2 parts and then how we can order numbers from smallest to largest. So let's just have a look at this one first. So our number is 16. So 16 is a 2-digit number. So that means 16 has 10s and 1s. Where do I find my 10s in the number 16? Let me have a look. I know that my 10s come first in 2-digit numbers, so my 10s are here. How many 10s do I have? I have 1 10. So 1 10, how can I represent that in a tens frame? Well, I know that 1 10 is the same as 10 ones, and 10 ones on a tens frame is a full tens frame. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've represented my 1 10. Fantastic. Now, after my 10s in 2-digit numbers come my 1s. And how many 1s do I have in this number? How many 1s are there? There is 6 1s. So I'm going to represent that in my next tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1 10 and 6 1s represented in my 10. Okay. So now let's have a look at what these 2 words mean. So we've been using these words quite a lot recently. We've been using the word the smallest. Can you show me your hand symbols, hand signals for the smallest? So smallest also means the fewest or the least amount. And what about the greatest? Show me the greatest. So the greatest is the most, is the biggest, is the greatest amount. I down here have 3 amounts. I just want to have a look at what these 3 amounts are and just have a go at ordering them in from smallest to greatest. So my 3 amounts, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is 6. How many have I got here? I've got 1, 2, 3. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 here. So I want to order these from the smallest to the greatest. Which is the smallest? I can look on a number line. Let's have a look on a number line. I can look at a number line and I can see that, let's have a look. Well, I know that 3 is here. 3, 6 is here, and 5 is here. And I know that the number that is closest to 0 is going to be the smallest number. But I can also look at my amount and I can see that I have the least amount here. This is the smallest amount. So I know that 3 is the smallest amount because it's the closest to 0 on my number line and it is less and it's smaller than the other amounts. And now I'm going to look for the greatest amount. Well, I can see on my number line that 6 is higher up the number line, further along the number line than the other 2 numbers. And I can also see that 6 is a larger, a greater number than 5. So I can pop 6 over here, which means I can put 5 in the middle. Okay. Ooh, don't know why I'm cleaning this off because we're about to skip slides. Okay, so carrying on from yesterday. Okay, so let's look at these numbers and how we can put these into tens frames and then find out which is the smallest to the greatest. So we're going to look at the numbers to start with. So look at the numbers. Well, I can see here the first number is 14. So how many tens in 14 and how many ones? Well, they're 2-digit number, the tens come first. Like I said, there's 110. So 110 in a tens frame, 110 is the same as 10 ones. That's a full tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 110 is the same as 10 ones. And now I'm looking for 4 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This represents 14. Okay, our next number is 17. So 17 is a 2-digit number, which means it's got tens and ones. So how many tens does 17 have? 17 has 110. So 110 is the same as 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones is the same as a full tens frame, which is the same as 110. So a full tens frame with 10 ones is representative of 110. And now I'm going to look how many ones it's got. 17 has 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and let's look at our last number. Our last number is 9. So 9 is a single digit number. So we know 9 has 0 tens. And how many ones does 9 have? 9 has 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brilliant. And now we want to look at our numbers and order them from smallest to greatest. Okay, so smallest, that means the least amount, the fewest amount. So I can look at my 3 images of numbers here and I can see which has the fewest amount. Well, I can see these 2 both have 1 full tens frame. And this one does not. These numbers both have 110 and this number does not. So this number is definitely my smallest number. And this number is 17. 17 is my smallest number, 17. Fantastic. Okay. Now my next numbers are, sorry, my smallest number is 9, not 17. I don't know when Miss Ayres got really confused then. 9 is my smallest number. My next numbers are 17 and 14. Which is the greatest number? Which is the greatest number? They've both got 1 full tens frame, so that means they've both got 110. But 17 has 7 ones and 14 has 4 ones. And I can actually see that 7 ones is more than 4 ones. So 17 is the greatest number and 14 goes in the middle. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so let's look at our next 3 numbers. So our first number is 11. 11 is a 2-digit number, so that means it has tens and ones. So how many tens does it have? How many tens does it have? How do I work that out? The tens come first in a 2-digit number, so it has 110. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 1 10. Fantastic. And then I want to find out how many ones it's got. So the ones come after the tens. It has 1 1. 1 1. Fantastic. So 11 is represented by 1 10 plus 1 1 equals 11. Our next number is 16. So 16 is a 2-digit number, and in the 2-digit numbers, tens come first. So tens, we've got 1 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one full tens frame represents 1 10. Now we're going to look at our ones. Our ones come after our tens, and it has 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finally, our last number is 19. So 2-digit number, our tens come first. We have 1 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. Brilliant. So now we've represented our 3 numbers in our tens frames. We can look which is the greatest we want first and which is the smallest. So our greatest number, well, all our numbers have 1 10. They all have 1 full tens frame, 1 full tens frame, 1 full tens frame, 1 full tens frame. So now we're going to look at the ones and see which has the most amount of ones, the greatest amount of ones, because they all have the same amount of tens. 11 has 1 1, 16 has 6 ones, and 19 has 9 ones. Which of these numbers is the greatest? Well, I can see that this is the greatest because 9 ones is clearly more than 6 ones or 1 1. So 19 is my greatest number. Fantastic. Now I want to know my smallest number. Which is my smallest number? So 11 has 1 1 and 16 has 6 ones. What is smaller, 1 1 or 6 ones? Have a little think. Well, I can say that 11 with 1 1 is smaller than 16 with 6 1. So 11, it has 1 1 and 16 goes in the middle. Okay, year 1, I'd like you to pause the screen and have a go at this one yourself and then come back when you're ready to check it. Okay, fantastic, year 1. Let's have a look at this together. So first of all, our first number is 20. 20 is a 2-digit number. If a 2-digit number has 2 digits in it, the first one is the 10. So how many 10s do we have in 20? How many 10s do we have? We have 2 10s. So 2 10s. 2 10s is the same. Well, 1 10 is the same as 10 ones. So 2 10s is the same as 2 lots of 10 ones. And we know 10 ones fills a tens frame. So 2 lots of filled tens frames is the same as 2 10s. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 10s is the same as 2 filled tens frames. Okay. Our next number is how many ones do we have in 20? We have 0 ones, so we don't need to put any more counters on. Our next number is 14. So 14 is a 2-digit number. In a 2-digit number, our 10s come first. How many 10s do we have? 1 10. So 1 10 is the same as 10 ones. 10 ones fills a tens frame because we can fit 10 counters in a tens frame. So a full tens frame represents 1 10. Fantastic. How many ones do we have in 14? Ones come after our tens in the number. We have 4 ones. So we can represent that with 4 counters in a tens frame. Our last number is 10. So how many 10s are there in 10? Our first digit in our 2-digit number is our 10s. We know there's 1 10, it's the same as 10 ones. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones fills a tens frame. And then how many ones are there? There are 0 ones. So now we want to know which is the smallest amount. So we can look at our 3 amounts. They all have 1 10 frame that is full. So they all have 1 10. So now we're going to look at the ones and see which is the smallest amount. Well, this tens frame actually has 2 complete 10. This tens frame has another complete tens frame. So it has 2 10s and 0 ones. So I know that 2 10s is going to be bigger than any number with 1 10. So this is not going to be the smallest number. So I'm going to look at my next number. This has 4 ones and this number has 0 ones. Well, I know 0 ones is smaller than 4 ones, so I know that 10 is the smallest number. I'm now going to look for the greatest number, and I've already said that any number with 2 10s is bigger than any number with 1 10. So I know 20 is my greatest number, and I can put 14 in the middle. Brilliant. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, let's have a look at this problem. So this says complete the tens frame. The children playing netball order their scores from smallest to greatest. Okay, so first of all, we're going to complete the tens frame. So Tim scored 13 points. So 13 is a two-digit number, so that means we've got tens and ones. So how many tens do we have in 13? Is the first number in our two-digit number. We have 110. 110 is the same as 10 ones. 10 ones would fill a tens frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is our 110. And now we are going to put down the 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. 110 and 3 ones. Fantastic. Now, Sam scored 18 points. So 18 is a two-digit number. Our tens come first, and our two-digit numbers, we have 110. So 110 is the same as 10 ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones fills a tens frame. How many ones do we have in 18? How many ones do we have? We have 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. Brilliant. Okay. And lastly, Liz scored 15 points. So 15 is a two-digit number, so our tens come first. How many tens do we have in 15? We have 110. So 110, same as 10 ones. 10 ones in a tens frame fills the tens frame. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we look at our ones. Our ones come after our tens. We have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I've now written out my numbers. I want to know which is the smallest and which is the greatest. Well, I can see they've all got 110. Every single one of them scored 110 of scores. I want to know which number now, using their ones, is the smallest. So this number has 3 ones. This number has 8 ones, and this number has 5 ones. So which is smallest, 3, 8, or 5? 3 is the smallest, so 110 and 3 ones equals 13. 13 is our smallest amount. Fantastic, and I want to find our greatest amount. So our greatest amount, so both these two amounts have 110. They've both got 110, and then after our 110, we look at our ones. So this one has 8 ones, and this number has 5 ones. Which is greater, 8 ones or 5 ones? Have a little think. 8 ones is the greatest, because I know that 8 is greater than 5. So 110 plus 8 ones equals 18, and our 15 can go in the middle. Brilliant. This is your turn to have a go at this one, and then come back and check it when you are ready. Fantastic. Okay, so Tim scored 20 points. So 20 is a two-digit number where our tens come first. So Tim, how many tens are there in 20? There are 2 lots of 10. So to create 1 lot of 10, we need to fill a tens frame, because it needs 10 ones, which is the same as a full tens frame. So to create 2 tens, we need 2 full tens frames. Fantastic. How many ones are there in 20? How many ones are there? There are 0 ones. So we have 2 tens and 0 ones. Sam scored 16 points. 16. How is a two-digit number? So our tens come first. How many tens are there in 16? There is 110. So 110 is the same as 10 ones, which is a full tens frame. And how many ones are there? There are 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Brilliant. And finally, Liz scored 13. 13 is a two-digit number. In a two-digit number, our tens come first. How many tens are there in 13? There is 110. 110 is the same as 10 ones, which is the same as a full tens frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 ones, and then 110, and then how many ones? 1, 2, 3 ones. Brilliant. And now I want to know which is the smallest amount. So let's have a look. They've all got 110. So now we're going to look at the ones. But in fact, this number has 2 tens. So a number with 2 tens is always going to be bigger than a number with 110. So it is not this number. So now we want to know if 6 ones is smaller than 3 ones. Which is smaller, 6 ones or 3 ones? Have a little think. 3 ones is smaller. I can see that there is less on here than there is in here. 3 ones is smaller, so 13 is our smallest number. And I want to know which our greatest number is. So they all have 110, and this number has 2 tens. So 2 tens is always going to be bigger than 110. Any number with 2 tens is bigger than a number with 1 10. So 20 is our greatest number. And then we can put 16 in the middle. Okay, let's have a last look at this one. So Tom completed this. Is he correct? So we can see that he says that 10 is the greatest, 14 is in the middle, and 18 is the smallest. And he's put his numbers into tens frames. Is he correct? So the greatest number is the largest number. And this is 10, and this is 14, and this is 18. So is 10 the largest number? Well, let's have a look. They've all got 1 10. So all these numbers have 1 10. So now we need to look at the ones. 10 has 0 ones, 14 has 4 ones, and 18 has 8 ones. Which is the greatest amount? Well, I know that 8 ones is greater than 4 or 0 ones. So I know that it should say, when I can get my pen back, it should say 18 is the greatest, which is the smallest. We know they all have the same amount of tens, which has the smallest amount of ones. 10 has the smallest amount of ones, it has 0 ones, and then it would be 14 in the middle. So he is incorrect because 18 is greater than 10. Okay, year one, your worksheets for today are on the screen. You can pause and copy them off here. You can download them on the school website, or you can pick up a printed copy from school. If you'd like to start with these and send in your work if you want to, but your work sending from this week is Tuesday's work. Okay, lovely speaking to you, year one. I'll hopefully see you in phonics soon, or I'll see you on Monday for small maths. Bye, year one.